also known as the Goal Digger Girl, coming in for a very special interview with one of my mentors. She's somebody that I've been girl crushing on, following, obsessing over, and have had the opportunity to see her in person speaking on stage and just inspiring me to be able to, grow in my own entrepreneurial journey, to be able to become someone like that, and just change the hearts and minds of through the power of your word. And I am so grateful and honored that she is here today. So as you guys are tuning in, I want you to welcome, we're going to be bringing her from backstage, Erin King. But I want you guys in the comments, I want you guys to tell her where you're tuning in from so she can just see the turnout here for this. And I know some of you will be on replay. So let us know where you're tuning in from. And also, I want to know where her super fans are, because you guys know if you've watched my trainings, I'm talking about her all the time. Who has her books? And let us know in the comments. I know some of you won yesterday because we raffled off some books. Digital Persuasion, you're kind of a big deal. Who has her books? Who loves her books? Who loves her? Let us know your favorite thing about Erin in the comments, because this woman is going to light up the stage at our very first in-person conference like a gold digger. We announced it yesterday. Tickets are live and we are selling through the packages so fast. It's super exciting and we want you guys there. So without further ado, I'm going to bring from backstage one of the most amazing people I've ever met in my entire life, Erin King. Welcome.
Hi, Kimberly. How are you?
I'm obviously super pumped to have you here. So excited.
What an intro, girl. My head is just exploding off this screen with all this love. And we got Molly, Karen, Julie, Vicky, Ruby, Kay, Melissa, Tyra, Kimberly, Lindsay. I see all of you. This is so exciting.
Yes, absolutely. And y'all also don't forget our rule, tag a bestie, tag a friend. You can even share this if you have she does a ton of training for network marketers, direct sellers. I know a lot of you have teams. Share this into your team so that they can maybe meet Erin for the first time or see her again. I want to make sure that they're getting this great content as we interact today. So Erin, tell everyone a little bit about you. What got you into entrepreneurship? And let's just let them learn a little bit about you to start.
Oh my gosh. Well, Kimberly, thank you so much for bringing me in for your incredible event. I mean, the countdown is on. And as someone who has worked in the live events business my entire career, putting on your own event is no joke. So I just want to say kudos to you for getting your team together, getting the vision, getting the vibe. And I hope I see every single one of you live at this Gold Digger event, because we are going to churn it up. Yes. We are taking it to the next level, and I'm so excited. So I hope to see you all in person. Little plug for Kimberly's event.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. So yeah, my story is like a lot of us. I was not a great employee. I didn't like being told what to do. Didn't do well with the box and the form and the checking of the boxes and the forms. And so when I was 22 years old, I was working for a local television station in Baltimore, Maryland, and I was up for a promotion against this guy named James. And I had better sales numbers.
Remember his name?
Yeah. Oh, I remember James, and I remember his last name too. I'm not going to say it. I remember James's last name. I was 22 years old, and I was like, I have better sales numbers. This is my moment. I am going to get promoted. Well, James played golf with the boys club, so. Who do you think got the promotion? Not me. So I full on Jerry Maguire, who's coming with me? I just quit. It was very dramatic. Of course, no one came with me because I was a 22-year-old idiot, didn't know anything. But that was my first venture. I started Jump Digital Media. I just jumped from corporate America. Terrible idea, right? No experience, got into debt, ended up going back to corporate America. No shame in that game. But if you're going to play it, you got to play the long game. You don't want to be hopping in and out. So I got out of my debt, got some experience running digital marketing for a Fortune 500 company here in Southern California. Took what I learned there, started my second venture, which was called PMS.com, which was,
I love
we were called the Tampon Fairies. We were period prep, magically delivered monthly. I thought this was a genius idea because I was always the girl into the stall, excuse me, do you mind if I just borrow? Super awkward. Turns out, no, this is a terrible idea because most women, Kimberly, are responsible adults. They go to the grocery store. It's not a big deal. So that company, 18 months after raising capital from a bunch of Newport Beach alpha males holding a tampon in a boardroom, crashed and burned after we've been featured in Forbes. So I was back to square one again.
Gosh.
So finally, my third venture, third time's a charm, I started from my kitchen table with one client, and I ended up growing it to working with some of the world's biggest brands, like the Oscars in Hollywood, the United States Navy, at the Pentagon. And after a very rocky 10 years of highs and lows and wins and losses and blood, sweat, and tears and some good times, this past January, we were finally acquired by a company here in Southern California.
That's like next level.
So everyone sees, the fun part right now, which is writing books and going to fun events. But let me tell you, it has not been all rainbows. It has been a lot of thunderstorms, a lot of hard-won lessons. But it's my hope that spending time with your Goal Digger community, I can share a little bit about what I've learned. And even over the last 2 years, gosh, what I've learned about reinvention and getting back up and trying to sort of be okay with rediscovering ambition and how to sort of move away from, I don't know if anyone else on this call feels like this, but there's just been so much small happening. Like, first we had to be smaller in our space, then we had to be smaller with who we got to hang out with, and we had to be smaller with what we could plan for or look forward to. Everything just got so small. And as we turned inward, I think we just kind of got into that survive mode of small inwardness. And now I feel like, now that we're coming out on the other end of this thing, hopefully pretty soon, it's like, we have to figure out how to be big again.
Yes.
We have to figure out how to expand on our joy and our goals and our ambition and our dreams and rediscovering who we are, not who we were and find that person again, but who are we on the other side of this? Like, we're all rediscovering and really meeting for the first time, some of us, a new version of who we are in 2022. And it's scary and it's exciting. And I just think we're in this massive shift of really cool reinvention.
Yes. Amen. I'm just like, I'm ready to go when you're talking. It fires me up so much. And y'all, as you're joining us and jumping on, interviewing Erin King, I want you to drop the word link in the comments, LINK, if you haven't yet registered for the conference and grab your ticket. Like a Goal Digger conference will be in Nashville, September 17th and 18th. Erin's our keynote speaker. If you've already grabbed gold or platinum, I want you to drop that in the comments so Erin knows she's going to get to meet you. Everyone who is grabbing gold or platinum, they're very limited. You guys get to meet Erin. Like, it's so funny. I was stalking you after the second time I saw you. And I was like, I've got to meet her. So I messaged you and you were like, oh my gosh, when you saw it, you were like, I just left. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll just plan a conference and ask her to be keynote so I can meet her.
There's easy ways for us to hang out.
Yeah, we will meet each other and hug it out. And you're going to get to meet all these ladies commenting. So she's going to do something really special. She's going to do a private book signing, meet and greet. We have our photographer that will be there. And then everyone who grabs gold or platinum gets Erin's book. So buy it now, and then you can give the other one away. You get her new book. You're kind of a big deal. And she's this is going to prep you. This will prep you and set the stage for when you get to see her on the stage. So for those of you that are just like, I want to get this momentum now. I want you guys to, and this one, literally, I'm not kidding, Erin, I teach off this once a week. So this is just everybody who's going to talk to a human ever needs this one. And then if you're like, I'm done playing small, say me in the comments if you are done playing small. You're like, yes, big deal, big energy, big goals. And you realize it, you have been kind of shrinking back a bit. This is why we want you to be in person. We want you to feel the energy, feel everyone around you, because when we can grab onto someone's coattails like Erin and get that little nugget, we are off and running. Okay. So Erin, tell us a little bit about your journey as far as, I don't hear stop, go from you at all. And some of these women, they struggle with that. They get excited and they take their foot off the gas and it's just this kind of inconsistency. I don't hear that from you at all. I feel like you were just all right, that didn't work. Okay, what's next? Was that really how it was for you? Or were there pauses here? How did you mentally keep going? I mean, unbelievable.
Well, I will say this, Kimberly, and you know this, with your business and running your team, the last 2 years have been no joke. And for me, I tend to be, this is terrible, but I tend to be a binary thinker. I'll just admit it. I understand life's about balance in the gray, but I just love a good A or B, option. I love a good, I'm eating pizza, I'm eating kale. I don't do balance. I'm either skinny and fit or I am a house and eating. There's nothing in between. So for me, when the pandemic hit, I was like, okay, we are all on one of two teams right now. We are on team wait, or we are on team create. Ooh. We can either wait and sit around and wait for the download and wait for someone else to figure it out and wait for the vaccine and wait, or we can be on team create. We can control the only controllable that we have, which is what we do with these, and how we show up to our community. So I just began to create my way out of despair and create my way out of the panic. So for us, when I lost all my speaking revenue, which is 90% of my business is speaking revenue. So but everyone has a story. Everyone has a pandemic story. Like we all had one of these, right? So mine went away overnight. And I'll tell you what is really hard is to get hired to be a motivational speaker when you're depressed. Okay, no one wants to hire a depressed motivational speaker. So luckily I had all of these, virtual gigs, but I felt like a lot of us, I felt very duplicitous. Yeah. I had the mask I was putting forth to the world, which is the highlight reel, and everything's great. But then behind the scenes, we were creating, we launched a new website and wrote a new book and new email and podcasts and all this stuff, right? I just kept going to like avoid the feelings. Like some people numbed it with alcohol, some people numbed it with food. I numbed it with just keep going, right? Not saying that's the healthiest way, but that's how I did it. So what I found throughout that year was like, as I kept creating, I was so focused on work that I think each one of us had a download from the universe during this grand reset. And my download came in fast and furious. I had about 10 years of pain and grief and drama download on me in a 6-month time period. I had my 8-month-old puppy that was the love of my life, my pandemic bestie puppy. I'm not a human mama, so she was the only experience I've ever had of being a mother. Well, she got hit by a car in front of me on the way home from the grocery store. And she died in my arms, and it was the darkest time. We ended up serendipitously getting her sister, Miss Betty White, which is a whole other story. So she's now like our golden girl, right? So during the same period of time of this darkness, my dad got diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. My mom got melanoma. My husband bet against the stock market because he was like, there's no way it's going to keep going up in a pandemic. So we lost millions with an M amounts of dollars because, of course, the Fed boosted the economy. Everything kept rising. We bet the other way. So, insert thing here, right? It was like grief and trauma and financial, and my husband got depressed. So on top of this beautiful, like my podcast and my speaking and my book, I'm a motivational speaker, behind the scenes, it was a shite show. Okay, let's just say. And so each one of you have those pinpoints. Each one of you have those stories in the pandemic. And there just came a moment, I would say probably about 9 months ago, where I was out walking and I was on the beach and I just held up my hands, and I don't know what you believe in, God, the universe, whatever. And I just did I need help. I need help me. I am not okay. And it was the craziest thing because I had a boo-hoo like we've all had. But at that point, when you're at that crossroads, it's only up to you. Like, yes, God is going to help you. Yes, your friends and family are going to help you. But ultimately, it comes down to that no one's coming for you except for you. And I just made this choice. I was like, I'm sick of being sad. I'm sick of being bummed. I am going to take back my life. And in that moment, I started reading my own book because I was like, there's some good nuggets in here. I just walk my walk a little bit, walk my talk. And I just started with small, everyday habits. Every single day, I committed to the one thing I could control, which for me was just moving my body. I start off with 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, just kept having the one thing I could count on, which was my health. So long story long, ultimately over the next 9-10 months, I have like rediscovered this gear and this level of joy and success and big deal energy, as I discussed in my book, that I have not had in years. And it was only from walking through the fire. It was only from the universe reminding me like, yeah, you can work and life and work is great and your job is great, but like certain things are irreplaceable, like souls, like love, like parents, like friends. Like I have doubled down on my priorities and reinventing those. And ultimately here, February 2022, I can say I am like the most stoked about my friends, my family, my job, my agency got acquired. Like everything is going in the right direction, but it's not by accident. And so with our time together in September, I really want to talk about how we can move from serendipitous moments of, well, that was a good day, that was a good vibe, to more intentionally engineered moments of juicy, moments of joy, moments of excitement. Because I'll tell you the other thing, Kimberly, in 2020, I made a list. 2020, 2021, I made a list of everything I wanted to accomplish, like publish the big book, blah, 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 all this stuff. At the end of last year, you guys, I'm not saying this to brag, I checked off every single one of my freaking New Year's resolutions. But here's the catch. I didn't feel how I thought it was going to feel. Like I technically checked off every single box, but I didn't feel the success. And the whole reason we chase this down is for that feeling of joy and fulfillment, success, fire, love, like aliveness, right? Big deal energy. We do it for the vibe. We don't do it for the accolade or the data or the number in our bank book. We do it to feel like, go me. Well, I didn't have that feeling. So this year, this is only a 6-week long experiment. My clients and I have been doing it, and I invite everyone listening to give this one a whirl. Instead of creating to-do lists for this year, I created to-feel lists.
Oh.
And my to-feel lists are very specific. I will tell you guys, I'm only about 6 weeks in. This is the first time 6 weeks into a new year that I can honestly say I don't feel defeated from not being the perfect saint in January. I don't feel defeated from, not accomplishing A, B, C, because I'm focusing on the vibe I want to attract, the habits, the mindset, the actions I can take to cultivate and engineer and throw fire on that little spark to make it a bonfire. It is working. So if you're listening to this, I would just encourage you to take a minute and just ask yourself, okay, yeah, I got my goals 2022. I got my to-do list, and yes, and yes, and yes, and what about your to-feel list? How do you want this year to feel for you? And I'll tell you what, in September, when we're all together at this Goal Digger event, it's not going to be about just downloading the Googleables. It's not going to be about just teach. It's going to be about an exchange of energy that can only happen in person. And that is a to-feel list. That is a vibe. So I am so looking forward to sharing that with you and your tribe, Kimberly.
Oh, I love that so much. And I know these women, they are drawn to me because they want to, we always say, like, we want to ignite the fire, right? Get lit, but we want to be able to pass the torch, and they all still are working on themselves and then their family and their home, and then being able to be strong enough to do that. So I know a lot of them are listening going, I want that, like what she's saying, I want that. And so what has helped me I feel like I've gone through different things than you. Obviously, like you said, everyone has their story, but it's what's allowed me to get to where I am now so quickly and be able to have a strong mindset. And a lot of the things you're talking about is to learn from those that have gone before me, or say, ooh, like you said, with the to-feel list, didn't that help you guys just to hear that? Yeah. So this is what's so wonderful is, y'all, like, you're not alone in this. There are so many of us that are like, come on, like, I got you, come be with me, because our cups are full and it's overflowing, and we want to pay it forward, and we want to help those that, are maybe struggling. And so if you're feeling like, gosh, she's right, the last 2 years has been hard, and yeah, I want to have a to-feel list, and I want to have joy, and I want to be present, and I want to be there for my kids, and think my husband's hot, and go out on dates and all the things, you're in the right place, because that's exactly what Erin does. Is she's going to set the stage for that, but that transfer of energy and painting that picture and inspiring that. So this is what I want y'all to do. If you haven't grabbed your ticket yet, make sure Platinum's almost, we have, I think, 12 tickets left of Platinum. We have a few dozen of gold. So gold or Platinum will get you the book signing with Erin and a chance to meet her and all the things. So just put link in the comments, LINK, will automatically message you the registration link, and we'll get all the logistics figured out for that. Everyone who grabs their ticket by Wednesday night, tomorrow night, midnight, gets the first look pricing that you see on the website. And you're going to get my 2022 game plan Zoom series that I'm doing. It's going to be a working interaction. I'm going to give you your strategy, help you get your strategy for the year, but also the tactical of how to, and I'm going to hold you accountable. So all of you get that inside of the conference Facebook group. So you're kind of a big deal. Erin's going to be bringing the A game. So what I want you guys to do is take a picture of us, and I want you to put it in your stories and tag Erin and me, okay? So throw it in your stories on Instagram is where she mainly hangs out. You can tag me on Facebook, either one. Let everyone know, just say, I just watched an awesome interview with Erin King. If you grabbed your ticket already, put that in there, invite people, and let me show you how to turn this into a curiosity post. I want you to take that picture. I want you to say, oh my gosh, Erin just dropped some fire. Have you read her book yet? And then you can do a poll that says yes or not sure, or what is it? Or you can just ask a question, have you read her book yet? When they say, no, who's there? I haven't, because, they might not know her or they've seen her around. You say, oh my gosh, this book is amazing. I just grabbed it. You got to read it. Now you're starting to mentor others. They're starting to see you as like, oh, she's a resource. And this is how you stand out and you can make a business connection. Okay. So we've got some in here that are still going to grab their ticket. I saw lots of gold and platinum drops. You guys are going to already ready to go to meet Erin. But Erin, thank you from the bottom of my heart for doing this, taking time out of your busy day just to take a minute to pour into these women. And we are so excited to have you on that stage in September.
Vice versa, Kimberly. I cannot wait to meet every single one of you. I see you in the chat. I'm going to hold you to this, the golds, the platinums, and we will all meet live in person and talk about how we can unlock more of your big deal energy.
Boom. I love it. Thank you so much. Until next time, get lit in your business and set your soul on fire. We'll see you soon.